And they're off and racing, and Marek was slow away, very slow away was Humidor, who's completely missed the break. One of those that was fast out was Hoofit, who leads up early. Down the centre of the racecourse, Sirius Prospect, Heaven's Guest, crossing behind the field, Hawkeye the New. So Hoofit, at not an overly strong pace, leads from in second Slade Power. Racing up the centre of the racecourse, we have Excellent Guest tracking Racy, and also Cape of Approval is in that group as well. Standside group, they are headed by Jack Dexter with Marek in the noseband. Also in that group is Vistoria. They're being tracked through by the white cap of Hawkeye the New. Humidor, after missing the break, is well behind. Over on the far side, Sirius Prospect leads Heaven's Guest there. It's Hoofit passing halfway with Slade Power travelling strongly in second place. Away to the left-hand side, Sirius Prospect not that far away. Jack Dexter beginning to improve smoothly on the near side with Vistoria. Marek has work to do. Out in the centre of the racecourse, Slade Power's moved through the lead from Sirius Prospect, Hoofit and Racy. Jack Dexter and Vistoria doing best of the standside group. Jack Dexter coming home strongly. Slade Power out in the centre of the racecourse. Jack Dexter now in full cry under the near side rail. Jack Dexter getting to Slade Power. The two of them have it between them. Slade Power when joined finds more. Jack Dexter struggling to get by. Slade Power all heart, all out wins. And they're off and racing. Marek jumps better than is sometimes the case in the early stages, and Sijur is heading over towards the stand side. They're all moving over towards the stands rail. Humidor's rider with a long look behind him. Jack Dexter races handily. Intibar, Gordon Lord Byron, anxious to preserve some racing room. It's clustered in midfield. Tropics one that grabbed hold. Joey's Destiny eaten forever. At this stage, G-Force is right towards the outside flank, seeing daylight on the outside of Alban Star with Humidor. Marek's held up in the centre of the racecourse. Baccarat held up with Absolutely So. And Sijur's made it right over to the near side rail. Leads from Jack Dexter, Gordon Lord Byron towards the rail's red cap. Intibar blue and white, and then towards the outside Vistoria. Eaten Forever pushed along as trying to improve Joey's Destiny. Gathering Power, G-Force now asked for an effort right up on the outside. Baccarat closer to the near side. Jack Dexter with Vistoria, Intibar. Tropics looking for a way through, then Gordon Lord Byron towards the outside. Eaten Forever, Gathering Power, and Absolutely So. Jack Dexter under the near side rail with Intibar. Tropics with plenty of room to operate. Eaten Forever, Vistoria, and then Gathering Power. Marek's also finishing off strongly. Tropics narrowly clinging to the lead. Then Gordon Lord Byron, who's rallying along with Marek. Gordon Lord Byron lost control. It goes to Ireland again. The world champion Gordon Lord Byron won the sprint stakes, running Tropics down in the closing stages. Tied for third, Marek, Intibar, Gathering Power, and well in Jack Dexter and Vistoria. And they're off and racing, and from the stalls, Eastern Impact's out well with Lightning Moon away to the far side. MUHAARAR is taken towards the centre of the course to track Lancelot Dulac. The Tin Man's also in that group. Near side, not going so fast early on. Heaven's Guest with Emperor Max, Twilight Sun, Gordon Lord Byron, Aeolus, Dan Zeno and Gathering Power in the right-hand group as they make their way through the first furlong and a half. Eastern Impact and Lightning Moon over on the extreme left have the overall lead. Lancelot Dulac with MUHAARAR, Strathburn and the Tin Man in company with Colsty, then Great Minds Nadir, and in that group as well is Arday. The right-hand side, Heaven's Guest beginning to try and improve. Gordon Lord Byron in the red colours with Aeolus, Twilight Sun. Emperor Max for Singapore comes next as they make their way now down inside the final furlong and a half. Lancelot Dulac, MUHAARAR is now asked for an effort. Lightning Moon, Eastern Impact and the Tin Man with Strathburn over on the far side. Twilight Sun over on the near side with Gordon Lord Byron trying to stay on. MUHAARAR moves to the front, the Boom 3-year-old goes to the lead. Twilight Sun, Emperor Max for Singapore, Dan Zeno and Gathering Power, but MUHAARAR is scorching away from Twilight Sun, the younger generation holding sway, and this is a good one. MUHAARAR, another Group 1, beats Twilight Sun. Dan Zeno back in fourth place, the Tin Man, they were ahead of Emperor Max, who ran really well for Singapore, and Arday. Off and racing then for the Kipco British Champion Sprint Stakes. They went without Mobster, who got upset in the stall. Signs of Blessing over to the far side in company with Don't Touch Shalar. Heads the pace down the centre in company with Donjuan, Triumphant, Twilight Sun and Mecca's Angel not that far away either. The Tin Man staying over towards the far side group, a little off the pace at the moment with Growl and also Brando. LIBRISA Breeze is held up with Jack Dexter as they make their way on down towards halfway with Mr. Lupton last of all. The trio over to the far side, towed along by Signs of Blessing with Don't Touch, and the Tin Man's been forced to break cover early on that far
far side, isolated last of the trio. Shalar with Twilight Sun coming with DONJUAN triumphant. Tracking those is Brando, who still goes well. Quiet Reflection is poised now towards the outside. LIBRISA Breeze the Grey trying to ghost closer. Mecca's Angel under pressure. Signs of Blessing. The Tin Man over to the far side in company with Don't Touch. Quiet Reflection, Shalar, and also Brando with work to do. Signs of Blessing out in front has made just about every single yard. The Tin Man on the far side with Don't Touch as they head inside the last. The Tin Man has accelerated to the front. Trying to close his Brando up to the line. The Tin Man's day. It's the Tin Man who won the champion sprint.
Caravaggio, the last into stall 12, gave a little jump leaving the stalls. A bit slow away was Danzino on the far side. Quiet Reflection jumped out boldly. Near side Intelligence Cross alongside DONJUAN triumphant. Alphabet in the dark blue with the lighter cap. Harry Angel just held on to in the first furlong or so here. In fourth place in the all blue jacket. Caravaggio further back from Quiet Reflection, who's taken back in the field as well. Alongside Tasleet, then the grey LIBRISA Breeze, the Tin Man. Further back in the field then is Washington DC along with the held up Brando, and Danzino, who was slow to stride, is the back marker. Racing more towards the far side here. DONJUAN triumphant, just the leader in the Kipco British Champion Sprint Stakes, but pursued now by Harry Angel, and further left is Alphabet. On the right Intelligence Cross, and now Caravaggio on the right in the dark blue jacket being asked to go get them as Harry Angel kicks for home as they race on towards the final furlong and a half. Harry Angel, Tasleet now challenging, blue and white colours on the far side, and the grey LIBRISA Breeze, and Harry Angel is vulnerable. Tasleet charging. Here's LIBRISA Breeze on the near side, loves the ground, loves Ascot, takes it up. LIBRISA Breeze and Tasleet, these two battling on together, and Robert Winston on the game grey. LIBRISA Breeze wins. Tasleet second, tight for third between old rivals Caravaggio and Harry Angel. And they're off racing, and Harry Angel's jumped out pretty well in this Kipco British Champion Sprint Stakes as they race down the centre of the track, and Sands of Marley is the early leader. Harry Angel on the near side, the stand side in the all blue, DONJUAN triumphant. Dream of Dreams pressing forward in the blue and yellow on the far side. They're followed by Brando and Lamato and Sir Dancelot, and then Projection just in behind those on the far side. Speak in Colours, and Harry Angel sitting in third place at the moment. Bacchus is towards the right in the purple and pink jacket. Towards the rear of the field, Son of Rest is held up, so too LIBRISA Breeze, and the Tin Man is buried in the pack, and on the extreme left in the blue and white jacket is Tasleet. They run on now towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Sands of Marley from DONJUAN triumphant. Dream of Dreams and Harry Angel on the right moving well. Sir Dancelot chasing, Tasleet flying home far side from Speak in Colours, and then Brando. It's still Sands of Marley. Now Kirby says go on Harry Angel on the near side as they race inside the final furlong, but Sands of Marley not stopping. Harry Angel trying to bridge the gap near side, getting there slowly but surely as they race the line, but Sands of Marley is not for passing here and keeps on going heroically to win the sprint from Harry Angel. DONJUAN triumphant, Sir Dancelot followed home by Projection and Brando. They're lined up. The Kipco British Champion Sprint Stakes, Group 1, and away they go. Sands of Marley pushed along into stride on the left alongside Advertising, the same ownership and So Perfect hand over there. Hello Yumzane going forward on the far side, chased by BYRON. Make a challenge slightly apart from the others, but burning down towards the centre with Dream of Dreams chasing them. The Tin Man and Forever in Dreams. Carden is not far behind the leaders. DONJUAN triumphant, and they're followed by Speak in Colours towards the back with Brando. Also towards the rear is LIBRISA Breeze as they race on now towards the halfway stage and sticking to the far side. Hello Yumzane is just about the leader from Sands of Marley. So Perfect Advertising behind them. Kate Byron and Cardamom make a challenge to the outside. They are chased there by the Tin Man and Dream of Dreams. Forever in Dreams is angling out the grey. One master behind a wall of horses. DONJUAN triumphant, can't get through at all. Mount Cross out the back with also LIBRISA Breeze. Hello Yumzane just around the leader now as they race on to the final furlong, taken on by Make a Challenge. Make a Challenge just about leads to Hello Yumzane. Brando running home well with Forever in Dreams, and out wide DONJUAN and One Master with a late challenge too as they race up towards the line. DONJUAN triumphant on the near side, getting up. DONJUAN triumphant has kept the spoils for One Master. Far side Forever in Dreams fighting it out for third with Brando. go, and they were followed home by Make a Challenge and Speak in Colours. And they're off and racing. Glen SHIEL bouncing out strongly in the centre in the beige dark blue far side. Kate BYRON with Happy Power both showing speed. Lope Fernandez tracking them in the purple silks. Art Power is towards the centre, one of the greys alongside fellow grey Speaking Colours in the red cap. Oxted on the near side being held together by Kieran Fallon in the early stages, followed then by the Tin Man and Chief of Chiefs and One Master and Brando. Dream of Dreams on this near side getting pretty handy now in the blue yellow colours as they race through the first 2.5 furlongs. Starman further back. Sonala is towards the rear of the field as well as they race on towards the halfway stage, and it's Glen SHIEL that blazes the trail from Kate BYRON. Oxted coming there on the right. Dream of Dreams moving very well indeed, followed by Speaking Colours, and then Happy Power on the far side. Chief of Chiefs with Lope Fernandez and the Tin Man as they race on now towards the final furlong and a half. Oxted just about shading the advantage from Glen SHIEL. Now Dream of Dreams coming under pressure, chasing hard behind them is Art Power, and then from the back One Master is now staying on in determined fashion. Oxted clinging on from Glen SHIEL. Here's Brando as well with One Master and Art Power. Glen SHIEL far side, Brando on the near side. Oh, it's tight. Brando near side of Glen SHIEL. Close up with them, Art Power and One Master, and Oxted next, and then Lope Fernandez. The Kipco British Champion Sprint, and away they go. Azano a little slow to go perhaps. Down the near side, Highfield Princess was well away. A lot of them making a beeline towards the far side where Glen SHIEL leads the way to Nando Parado over there. Creative Force is very handy as well on that far side, and they are chased by Azano and Dragon Symbol over there as well. Meanwhile, more towards the centre of the course, Gustavus Weston with Highfield Princess, Ainsdale, Art Power and Happy Power also towards the stand side group, but probably the overall leader is last year's winner Glen SHIEL, followed by Nando Parado and Creative Force. Gustavus Weston on the right with Highfield Princess and Ainsdale, and then Art Power and Happy Power. So down the centre, Glen SHIEL's got a couple of lengths on them. Creative Force chasing, and then on the far side running on now is Minzal from Dragon Symbol, and Hunt running on too is Happy Romance with Ventura Diamond switch towards the far side. Entering the final furlong, Creative Force lays down the big challenge to Glen SHIEL, and then down the near side is Art Power, but it's Creative Force that is in front by a length and a half to Glen SHIEL. Minzal finishes well far side and Art Power, but it's going to go to Godolphin, and it's Creative Force for William Buick who takes out the sprint. Glen SHIEL probably second, Minzal on the far side, followed by Art Power, and they were chased up by Vadream and Highfield Princess. And they're off, and away quickly was Naval Crown on the near side with Kinross. Towards the far side going forward is Go Bears Go. Over there with Double or Bubble and Brad the Brief and Art Power as they split into two groups. On that far side still two is Ventura Diamond from King's Lynn and Tenebrism. And then further back to Fresh Rohan held up at the back of that group. Gulliver in that group with Garrus as well. Down the near side, Naval Crown leads Stable Companion Creative Force, followed by Kinross, the bright yellow jacketed Perfect Power. Then Run to Freedom and Castle Star, and Vadream is restrained at the back of the field as they head on now towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Hard to say which side is in front. Naval Crown on the extreme right with Creative Force and Kinross. They're coming down the centre, and then Perfect Power on the far side. Go Bears Go is now taken on by Art Power, Ventura Diamond, and also finishing well is Tenebrism as Kinross now takes it up on the centre in the centre group. Kinross centre head, 2 lengths to Creative Force and Run to Freedom. Far side Tenebrism and Rohan finishing well, but Kinross in the form of his life going to follow up his foray win, and Kinross wins easily from Run to Freedom on the near side of Creative Force. Far side Rohan, and then behind those Tenebrism, Perfect Power and late headway from Vadream.